Hi, friends, welcome back. I'm so glad that you're here because that means you're someplace safe. And I'm so thankful that you are safe. I appreciate all of your prayers and thoughts that you've sent our way. We really appreciate them. We felt them. And we're just praying for everyone out there that is still dealing with the effects of Hurricane Helene. Your kitty just went by. I have the window open, so she was looking out the window. So, pull up a chair. If we haven't met before, my name is Michelle, and this is Life Changes, and life changed. So, let me tell you all about it. Grab your chair, grab your water, and let me tell you what Deuteronomy 31:8 says. The Lord Himself goes before you, and He will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. And that is a Bible verse that proved true when Hurricane Helene came through our area. We live in upstate South Carolina. We're about a mile from the North Carolina line. So we did not get in our area the damage that some of the areas west of us did, but we did have damage. We did have the rains that came in Thursday. When you see this will be 2 weeks ago. And we had the winds really started picking up on we slept through most of it, Friday morning. We lost our power Friday morning. And it stayed off until the next Thursday. So we lost power for about a week. There are some people in our area that did not gain power until Sunday. In fact, one of our Duke Energy young men came by to check to see if we had power, if we knew anyone that were out. They're going house to house. They're checking on everyone to make sure that everyone is safe and back ready to go. And we really appreciate them. The fire departments have been out. They were cutting trees. My son is a volunteer fire department in a different district, and he worked with his fire department for about 12 hours cutting trees. They spent 3 hours, I believe he said, cutting trees down on a road so that a nurse could get to the hospital to take care of her patients. They worked tirelessly. The ambulance people have been out because the power goes out. The people that are on oxygen or the CPAP machines at night, they don't have power. So they've been out trying to help people. Duke Energy has been out. They worked very, very hard. Where we live, we're in a rural area. So even our local town is very small. So they were doing the larger towns with the hospitals first and then moving their way out. So we were just on the last of the list. And again, he stopped by to check on us. So I was surprised. I heard a voice coming from the back door. And I was like, what? Okay, so we did lose power. We do not have a generator. Luckily, thankfully, blissfully, my brother does next door. And so we were able to get water and take showers, charge our phones. That was there as an option if we needed it. Because if you know, and watch some of our other chats, we are on well water. So when you lose power, you lose well water, you lose internet. Even our phones went down. We had no cell phone service. We could not call out. We could not text out. We couldn't check weather reports. We just could hunker down with the Lord, and He did not leave us. We were very blessed that we did not have the damage a lot of people did. We only had one limb that came down, and we had, some minor, little shingles that waved to everybody in the wind. Very, very minor, some very small sticks and things that we will need to clean up. But there are other people that did sustain a lot of damage and stayed out of power for even longer than we did locally. There were people in our local town that trees just crushed their house. We're talking a brick house, and it just crushed the corner of that house. My son, who was the fireman, He actually had quite a few trees that came down on his property, and one even visited the corner of his garage. But thankfully, no one was hurt and everyone was safe. A little scary, but everyone was safe. But it was an experience because we didn't have a generator. We did lose everything in our refrigerator and our freezer. We were able to eat as much as we could out of the refrigerator for the first like 2 days, and then it was done. But thankfully, my oldest son, the one that was a fireman, was able to get over here. The roads were clear enough Tuesday for him to come over here, and he brought us some little propane, little camping canisters, and we were able to cook from that. We were able to find milk, which we couldn't use because we didn't have power. So the milk really didn't matter, but there weren't any shortages on Wednesday. No, it was Monday. Monday or Tuesday we went to the store. There weren't any shortages at that point. They were just taking cash only and letting a few people in at a time. So you had to be patient and you had to wait. There were other people that were not patient and did not want to wait. There were people that hurt other people. There were people that tried to, hoard things and try to get in front of other people that were in line. It was panic. And that was in our area. Now, we live a drivable distance, 30, 40 minutes, 45 minutes from Lake Lure. We don't live that far, but we live far enough away that panic did not reach down to us, but we did hear about it. Landrum, which is about 40 minutes from here, I've been told there were bridges that were washed out. There was a lot of down power lines. There are people that are not going to have internet up for a very, very long time. Schools are just now starting to come back. They were on a delay this morning, and this has been over a week. So when you're looking at this will be 2 weeks. That life is just now starting to get back to normal. And that is for upstate South Carolina. And there are people that normal doesn't exist anymore. And I know that you've seen the pictures of, Lake Lure and Chimney Rock and Spruce Pine and Asheville and some of those areas that were flooded. They're not going to be back to normal ever. Normal doesn't exist for them. They're going to find a new normal. But there are people, as I said, in our local area that needed help and prayers as well. And I thank you for keeping them and our family in your prayer. If you need prayer, if you're suffering and you need prayer, leave me a comment down below and just say pray. And you don't have to give me details or your names or anything. Just pray. My family and I do nightly devotions and morning devotions. And I know what you're probably thinking. I don't have time in the mornings to gather my family together. These are very quick, like 3-minute devotions that, you can listen to it while you're drinking your coffee is kind of what we do. So we will be glad to add you to our prayer list. Like I said, just leave a comment below and just say pray. And we will be praying for you in whatever situation you are in. You don't have to give details. Continue to pray. I know that the people in Florida and Georgia, they were hit by this as well. We haven't been hearing the reports of them, but I know that there were damage down there. If we had damage up here, I know they did there as well. So keep them in prayer. And now they're dealing with the next hurricane. So please keep everyone in prayer. We appreciate that. And we will be slowly getting back into the fun chats. But I wanted to check in with everyone and just let you know that we appreciate your prayers. We were very blessed that we did not have the damage that some people did. And we were able to get supplies. We had water. We were able to get another case of water, but the power came on before we needed to open that one. Now we do have well water, so we have been drinking the bottled water so that our well has time to settle and feel better, and we have filters and everything so that we can continue. And that's what we have been just hanging in there, just like everyone else. So if you are, like I said, if you are near an area that has been having troubles with different things, I do ask that if you would be kind enough not to travel to some of the disaster areas so that the officials, the people that are bringing help and assistance in, they can get in. If everybody runs to these areas to look, or even if they're wanting to help, sometimes they can't get the emergency vehicles in. So right now, sometimes the easiest thing to do is get in touch with organizations that are taking trucks and taking equipment in, because they'll take the water, the non-perishables, the clothes. These are people that lost everything, and these are I know in Boone there were college students that the temperature started dropping and they weren't able to get home or to ask mom to bring them their winter clothes. So they're asking for donations for that as well, and you can Google those things to find out where you can donate if you wish to do that. Again, be careful who you donate to. There are people that are out there and they are not honest people. So be careful who you donate to. I'm not trying to discourage you from helping others, because I think it's wonderful that we do. But make sure that it is the right people you are donating for and doing it in the right way, because we all want to help each other and not hinder anything. We don't. It is still very dangerous in some of the areas. If you're walking around, there could be debris and stuff. You don't want to step on that. You don't want to be underneath anything that is still leaning or falling or anything like that. So contact the officials that are doing these care projects, and they'll let you know how you can help in the right way to do that. So again, thank you for your prayers. Again, if you want prayer, leave me a comment below that just says pray, and we will add you to our prayer list. And we are so glad that we were able to meet. We're very thankful. And we're going to get back to our little treats. Don't worry, it's coming. So remember, I love you, and God loves you, and He will never leave you. Bye, friends.